The Girl Project is an arts meets activism initiative that we started here in Lexington, Kentucky in 2013. And the project at its core focuses on the misrepresentation of females in the media and what effect this has on teenage girls and women in general. Last year we invited guest artists from around the United States to work with our girls, and these guest artists focused on themes like power, identity, sexuality, and through the workshops that these artists led, we created an original performance piece with the girls and their writing that they had done with these guest artists. And we used different mediums to translate those stories to the stage, like poetry, spoken word, movement, multimedia, dance.
For me, the Girl Project was inspired by many years of struggle to meet society's expectations of me as a female. Not just me personally, but I started watching my daughter from a very early age experience the same type of struggles that I was experiencing. I've spent most of my professional career working with young people, working with them to use theater as a catalyst to express themselves. So I was really inspired by that, but also by a friend of mine and Girl Project guest artist, Laura Wilson. She's a dance therapist, and I was inspired by her work as a dance and movement therapist and what she was able to do with her art to transform lives. And I'd been contemplating for a while how I could address these issues that teen girls and all women face every day through my art form, which is theater, and really use my art to transform the lives of young girls. After contemplating this for some time, I moved to Lexington, Kentucky, and I met Ellie.
Well, Vanessa and I's first conversation inspired the project and life really in general. As I get older, I realize how interrelated everything is, how my grandmother affected my mother, how my mother affects me, and how sexism and oppression has really affected us all. It's glaring, and the scary thing is how quickly these messages of sexism are reaching people, you know, through iPhones, computers, Facebook, magazines, the news. It's everywhere. So the inaugural year of the project has become my greatest inspiration, because when you raise your awareness just a little bit, you see how mammoth the problems are. And when you spend a year working with teenage girls, you really see how mammoth these problems are. Like anything, when you stop ignoring it, it becomes very real. And everyone is going to have to step up at some point, men and women, because no one person can really make the change. So this project is my way of stepping up, and hopefully will inspire others to step up as well.
I think that their call to action to America, they really were asking us as audience members, as Americans, to see what the world looks like through teenage eyes and to do something about it. So I don't know if I was as surprised as I was called to join them, to figure it out, to make the world better for them and different for them.
Barbie, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, and their close friends have become the root of all evil in this country. The icons we used to praise and take pride in have now become guilty pleasures and unspoken sins. Barbie objectifies your women. McDonald's and Coke make you fat. Levi's jeans remind you of your size, while Chuck Taylors and Abercrombie are only bought to fit in. Am I wrong, America? Stop isn't just a passing phrase, and that yes, the first time doesn't guarantee a second, and that they weren't asking for it. Why should victims and their supporters have to march with signs in the clothes that they are raped in and say, I wasn't asking for it? Rape is rape. Yes. Isn't that just common sense, America? Yes. Like 2 + 2 = 4, or the fact that George Washington was our first president.
Yes.
America. Why did Wendy Davis have to talk herself sick? Why did she spend 11 hours fighting for my rights? What was already mine. My body, America, mine, not yours. I want some answers, America. Why do women's rights have to be fought for? Shouldn't they simply be given? Why is it love? Today is the day
us can pledge allegiance to each other, regardless if it be under God. Today is the day when I can point to any third grader in New America and have them tell me what liberty is, and how in New America are where it's found on every corner, regardless of race, orientation, or suspicion. Today!
We knew that much of what the girls had to say was pretty heavy-hitting, so we felt it was important for the girls and the audience to find humor in some of the timely topics we talked about during the course of the year. We found humor in the expectations that fashion magazines hold women to, and the ridiculousness of a Victoria's Secret line of underwear called Bright Young Things, which was specifically targeted for middle school girls. We also explored when exactly it was that we stopped being little girls who found joy in pretending and playing and wearing whatever we wanted to the time when we started caring so much about our reputation and what everyone else thinks.
We had to find a way to showcase these girls' playful side. They were so quick to laugh and had so much fun. We had to find a way to share that with the audience.
Unbelievably powerful. One of the things that I think is a misconception, or that I think we often don't give teenage girls enough credit for their intelligence. And so when I see all of it come together, when I see their brilliant writing, when I see them take the stage and just take on their princess, I'm just so moved.
Okay, the second
Shocked by the elegance of the girls and their ability to express themselves through writing. So with some of these pieces, we really let them drive it home. And they were some complicated pieces.
I have some things to learn from you. In a world where I cake my face with makeup and try to make my hair stick straight, you stand there, content with your weight and loving the curly mop on your head. I am afraid to blossom sometimes, and am alone and scared. But your confidence explodes inside of me and tells the elastic in my head to let go! Be yourself. Love your body and know you are loved. You are the one who started all this. You are the panda at the bottom of the tree that will blossom and bloom. I wish I knew I don't have to blossom and be as beautiful as other trees because I am a gorgeous panda inside. I am a lovely creature that knows the importance of selflessness, of love, of human nature. You have a lot to teach me. You are the voice that keeps me going every day. Keep eating your bamboo and loving your fur and being confident in yourself so you can help me blossom into a beautiful tree.
You are a turtle caught in a fishing net. You hear about others getting sucked into that life, but you are careful. You pay attention. You are a good little girl. So you never think that this could happen to you. But you do get trapped in that net for 5 long years, enduring relentless pain, but it's time for it to stop. Now is the time to stop it. You do get out of that net whether he wants you to or not, because I hear your cries.
The girls were exposed to some amazing women throughout the year, working with guest artists from all over the country, in addition to Ellie and I, and our arts advocacy director, Christy K. Birch. Each guest artist not only shared their talents with the girls, but some of them also shared their personal stories and challenges and how they overcame them. Then in turn, the girls, they would feel safe to open up about issues they were facing. Issues like bullying, eating disorders, self-mutilation, depression, and sexual abuse.
Lacking a self-esteem and looking at yourself as being a sexualized object even when you're younger. But I think that the modern generation is bombarded with so many more images, because now it's not just about television, it's not just about magazines, it's also on the internet. I mean, you can't go anywhere without seeing images of women being sexualized, being degraded. It permeates the consciousness. So I think that the girls that are growing up today don't even know what they're being exposed to. It's the status quo. It is what is. And so I think that's definitely a difference. It's gotten a lot worse.
My wrists, pain carved into them like stories etched into a stone wall. Faint little white lines are 5-minute bathroom breaks. Bloody toilet paper. Crippling. Self-loathing whispers. You can't even go an hour without digging into yourself, without scrawling your misery across your skin. Places where the flesh doesn't feel quite right, or hysterical mornings, desperate evenings, wishing I could hate anyone! Half as much as I hate myself. The double-edged razor, an instrument used until they run out of ink. Watch the crimson red stories spill out. Decorate bodies with tattoos and piercings. I decorated with scars. 23 on my thighs, 50 on my forearm, 17 on my clavicle, 8 on my hip, 12 on my neck. How many is that? I think even I lost count.
You think it's fair, acceptable even, that someone of my status and skin color is not allowed to be sad about anything. Just a stuck-up and stupid little white girl who probably had an eating disorder, or has too much sex, because those are the only real problems a person like me could have. You look at me with my perfectly manicured nails, my too short shorts, and assume I write hateful notes in a burn book, or send spiteful text messages about some girl who stole my boyfriend, or plan these wild and crazy exclusive parties that make everyone else feel like a loser because they're at home sober. You know what they say about assumptions? It makes an ass out of you. And me. Will I ever be taken seriously anywhere but a boutique or a country club? Or will someone like me spend the rest of their life being referred to as someone's wife or someone's mother? When will you take the price tag off my mouth and start listening to what I have to say?
Some of our guest artists, like Caroline Harvey and Ellen Hagen, guided our girls to create beautiful, poetic metaphor pieces, while guest artists Sullivan Kennedy White and Pam Walsh Huggins had the girls explore movement and rhythm to explore unrealistic beauty expectations. One of our challenges as directors was taking all of this amazing work that they had worked on during the course of the year and devising a thought-provoking, entertaining, and theatrical piece while maintaining the integrity of the girls' words and what they had to say.
Of course we do! We all do! All we have to do is ignore those nasty voices bringing us down. We can't think of rejection and failure. We are strong women. I know if we try, we can save our kingdoms and be whoever we want to be, whatever we want to be. We could change the world for princesses forever. We need to take back our power. I'm sorry.
judgment of ourselves, of others.
We will not be affected by words others use to harm us.
We close the door on weakness.
From now on, we and the people around us will have the strength to carry on.
We close the door on silence.
The bind that is keeping us from shouting, our voices will break, and we will be victorious.
On the other side, there is acceptance, power, understanding.
Loud-mouthed women we will be.
Close-minded people, let them be.
Open another door.
We close the door and open ourselves up to new opportunities. We close the door on intolerance and shame.
We will close the door on shame.
We will not be ashamed. We will make our words soar, and we will be known by our brave, courageous actions.
Actions that will shape our futures and the futures of other women.
Our voices boom like the thunder and wind.
We are a hurricane.
We are power.
We are change.
We are acceptance.
We are hope. We are fire.
Your sisters.
We are the future.
Girl Project 2014 is coming in August with a whole new group of girls, so you better be ready.